Stop, guys. On behalf of the team, John and Mr. McKay would like to present you with these small tokens of our appreciation. On behalf of this year and next year. Thanks, Steve. Yeah. Give him to the right guy.
Way to go, Dean.
Oh, thank you. You guys all puffed.
How come it's so quiet?
You're supposed to be in shape.
You're not there anymore. We were trying to get your telephone.
They're getting serious now, Strat.
It's just the way I want to do it in practice.
That's a lot of ways to do the practice.
Oh, thanks a lot, Alex.
No problem.
What is it, Paul?
That's very nice, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks for helping us out this year. That's a great job.
That's great. Thanks.
Stepping up the building.
Nice.
No, that's all about that.
Speech!
We've got, providing we have basically everybody back, we've got 13 guys coming back. And I think this year was a good going for a lot of guys. It was a chance for a lot of guys, even though it may have been their last year, to play on a winning team.
Not a veteran winner.
Who was?
Yeah.
First class.
You know,
Okay, Nick.
I think that
Recovering.
if we begin to think though that we've played on a winning team this year, we may wind up with some guys a little bit short-sighted in that next year we're also looking for another winning team. But I think that realistically you would have to look at the chances of the success of the 88, 89 being even greater than the 87, 88. But for the guys though that are second year, you know, and first year for that matter, that did contribute to this year, it was a hell of a lot more than expected in 70. And if anybody came to me at September 1st and said to me, well, I think your team has a reasonable chance of finishing third in the division and sixth overall of the 16 teams, I would probably laugh at them. But it just shows you when you get 17, 18 guys moving in the same direction and focusing on the same goal. That at this level, anyways, virtually anything is possible. I'm just thankful to the guys that we had a core group of guys that were very easily coached, wanted to play, wanted to win, and did what it took to prepare themselves for that. And you know, that's the way I'd like to finish off this past year. And the next within the next month, we are now going to start looking towards next year. And I don't say that only for the guys that are first year this year, playing second division next year, but also for the fellows that are playing junior, even juvenile next year. Regardless of where you're going, we're looking at ice time for the summer, and we're going to initiate this with the next month. Started off with some classroom sessions, just so that guys, before we even hit the ice or get anywhere near the rink, understand what we're up to. We're not looking at hockey specifically this summer in terms of the fitness aspect, preparedness aspect, but rather overall preparedness, not only for athletic endeavors, hockey and so on, but also rules of thumb, if you will, that a lot of you fellows can take into consideration once you're out of hockey. And I'd like to think that if we can have a reasonably successful summer program, we're going to be off and running before a lot of the other teams next year, team-wise, are even out of the gate. And individually, we'll be off and running before a lot of the other guys individually, not only midget level players, but also juvenile level players for the guys that are second division out. We will have the association again with the Whalers next year. We'll also have the association with the Bantamins. I'm really excited about next year. We've got the opportunity to put together a team that we haven't seen in this area for quite some time. But getting back to this year, I just want to say that I'm really appreciative of a lot of the effort that a lot of the guys put in. And it's the same old story, guys, regardless of what you're doing in hockey or basketball or even school. Regardless of the sport, regardless of the goal, you only get out of what you can. And I think that if you go in next year knowing that's a good rule of thumb to live by, we should do all right. Once again, on behalf of myself and Steve, at the coaching level anyways, we want to say thank you. Look forward to next year.
Somebody said, okay, what are your expectations this year? And everybody sort of automatically says, we want to win half our games. Or, we did that at the start of this year. This year we won. And I think that at times anyway, we had a lot going for us. We tended to fall back at other times, but nevertheless we still came out with a very positive year. And I think if anything, we should certainly be able to surpass that once we're in a pretty good position as far as an excellent position as far as returning players. Probably better than most teams in the league. And the only other thing that I see is that it looks like this year we suddenly realized that we're in a position where we can maybe do some fundraising and that sort of thing. And my personal idea for this year is to try to get some sort of long-range plan that goes on something. Look for it during the year. We won't really elaborate on that now because there's no idea what it would involve, but at the end of spring break, came back on a flight from Europe, and when we landed in Vancouver, I noticed that we had 3 Canadian hockey teams on board. So there's a lot of that sort of thing. Personally, I'd like to see us return to something like that. Other than that, I'm very pleased with the way things went this year. Glad to see everybody's still here in the game for next year.
Maybe in Peace Portal? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Walking with T That's it.
I'm doing the individual low score, and we initially had a tie, went to a recount, and the individual low score with 68 is Trevor Meyer.
This is pretty close.
Jockey shorts?
Rubber shorts.
Now we have the
when he snapped back.
we have the team low score, or the team providing the best score. And I mentioned this to you fellas before we started. On the front 9, we take the lowest score of the 2 in terms of each hole, and on the back 9, we take the highest. So it gives it some equality. And the team low score with a combined score of 71. Dad and the lad.
Yeah.
Paul and Al McMillan.
John.
Thank you.
I think
Must have been our good luck.
Okay. Now we get to the good stuff. Individual high score. Now I think defending champ in that regard was Vaughn, wasn't it? Yeah. Do you remember what your score was in September?
No, but I think it was at 150.
Well,
I don't know.
in that case we're doing a little better this time. Individual high score registered today was a sum total of 123 strokes.
Oh my goodness. What an improvement.
Now that's getting your money's worth. And that was registered by Carol McKay.
I got my exercise.
Oh, come on, Rose. Get it.
So there we are.
Thank you very much. Great job.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get together again next September and kick the year off the same way. And the only other thing I'd like to say is a sincere thank you to Yvonne and Mike Meyer for having us.
I'm clever. Thanks for actually your basketball chart. Thanks, Mr. Meyer. Thanks.
Oh, yes. Anytime, Paul.
And Mike's great cooking.
Yeah.
Putting lunch together, and Yvonne putting the condiments and all this stuff together was great. Thank you.
Thank God for the weather, eh?
Yeah, worked out well.
Yeah,
Well, the problem was that
20 kids.
Well,
Well,
the
that's
schedule worked
stupid.
out.
Well, I don't think they ended up playing, did they?